This is a TJ episode, so you know it's going to be good.
That's gonna be horrible, maybe.
Now, this episode, TJ.
Yeah.
Can I be frank with you?
Yes.
Is an important episode to me personally, and I know to you personally. Peter is a friend of mine. He's been a friend of mine for quite some time. Dude has had my number for quite some time.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
We chat.
Yeah.
Me and Peter.
Yeah.
We're buds.
Yeah.
He asked you for this episode.
Yes.
How many meetups ago?
And Peter, just to clarify for those who might not know, is a little person.
He's a little person, yes.
He's like
How many meetups ago was it that you
4
promised?
foot tall or 3.
I don't know. I
or
never asked, TJ, because you know
something like
what? Peter's height doesn't matter. He is so big in stature as a person that his actual height doesn't matter.
Right.
See, how do you like that, TJ? I hope it's that kind of episode, because if it isn't, TJ, you might break Peter's little heart.
You might, dude.
Is he watching? Is he watching
He
now?
is definitely.
Is he a Patreon?
He is.
Damn.
He's definitely going to be watching.
Do you know how fucking statistically unlikely that is, by the way?
What?
The fact that we even have a little person in our fucking audience.
Yeah.
Because they're actually super rare, as you'll find out later.
And not only that, but one that's willing to travel
And
long
give us
distances and give us money month to month.
Good thing he's not short on cash, yeah?
See, TJ,
What?
you listen.
What?
I do. Be nice, TJ.
What I do?
You being a nice guy.
He's short.
You're right. He is short.
He's a short guy.
He
That's
is-
like
he is a
his
short
thing.
dude. That is his thing.
I just remember, like, TJ was like, I wonder if I can pick him up or someone else. Maybe it was
You
Taylor.
picked him up.
And I just went like, I'm going to pick him up. And
Each one of us has horribly insulted Peter.
I have not.
Bullshit.
you told Peter all the
You
time.
are literally a.
You've walked right up to him and like, you're a worthless little fucking
Yeah,
midget.
dude.
I never said that.
You are.
I
a-
never said no
shit,
worthless or none
You've
of
had
that.
said shit like
I said
that.
he was a midget because he's a midget.
You have
You
said.
bullshit, dude. You said horrible things like, how's it feel to be a little fucking midget, huh? Look at this little thing.
I never said that.
You've done shit like this. You have.
TJ.
You a liar!
TJ, you
What?
become a midget factory as soon as you see Peter. Hey, it's the midget. Hey, what's up, midget buddy?
He does it every
midget,
time.
Midget.
I'm always drunk when I see him, though.
I
too,
know.
so, you know,
That's my thing. Is like you've done that. Scotty literally walked up and picked him up like he's a fucking 3-year-old kid or something. Just like scooped him up under his arm and started
Scotty
walking.
never
around.
did that.
Yes, he
Scotty's
did.
innocent.
Scotty picked him up, and I saw him at the last time
You
we
patted
saw
him on his fucking head.
I was like,
a little
dude,
kid.
it's so cool to see you. And I bent down and I went, boop, boop, boop. And I was like, I immediately felt awful.
Fuck, Paul. You patted him like a dog, Paul.
The reason.
Good, Peter. Good. Oh, look. Oh, roll over. You want- Paul give you a treat. Paul give you a little treat.
It came from a good place, but it was a bad impulse, okay? And I was already drunk
I
when
argue
I saw him then, too.
that's the most offensive thing that happened to him, dude.
No. Well, maybe
Easily.
we could ask him when he comes to the meetup.
I plan on asking
Ask him who...
As part of the show,
we can even
need
do
to
a
ask
poll
him.
and see if the patrons are correct.
No, we need to bring him on stage and ask him. So I don't want some private thing.
Oh,
where,
yeah. That's even better. Yeah, we'll just
I don't
bring
want some
Peter
private
up.
little thing where Paul's like, she said the picking up thing was the worst. And I want him on stage to tell us.
Who offended you worse? Was it TJ with his constant midgeting? Was it Paul with the head pat? Or was it Scotty with the lift?
Dude, my lift was not offensive. And I'll tell you
All right,
exactly
all right.
fucking why. Because it was done out of love, Paul.
So was my head pat.
Out of love, Paul.
So
I saw him. I scooped him up.
Gentlemen. Since we're already in the topic, we might as well just begin, okay?
I thought we had.
Well, we pretty much have.
We are. We're talking
But
about.
I wanted to get,
He's a little person.
like many episodes, there's a little bit of an opening,
See.
I want to get through. And I think that Peter will be very happy with tonight's episode, maybe.
Good.
So, as you guys might have guessed,
Just make sure it's not a short episode, TJ.
tonight's episode. God damn it, you stepped on the first joke of the episode, but whatever. All right, well, Scotty, honestly, midgets are very oppressed, Scotty. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
You know why?
Why?
Because they're always being overlooked.
Fuck, dude.
So, Paul, you lived in Madeira, which I think you might have mentioned once.
Once or twice, yeah.
They've got a lot of Hispanics there. I was wondering if you know what Mexicans like to call midgets.
I actually don't because I didn't know.
No?
There was none in Madeira.
No Mexican midgets?
No.
Well,
never
they
met
call
one.
them paragraphs because they're too short to be essays. That's right, Paul. Don't call me prejudiced against midgets, though, Paul. I actually go to an all-midget accounting firm. It's called The Little Things That Count. Seriously, though, life is hard for midgets. They often struggle to put food on the table. You know, because it's too high.
Stop!
The king of the one-liners.
Piece of shit.
All right, all right. One-liners.
All right. I'm sorry. These midget jokes are getting out of hand.
Don't
I
apologize
shouldn't
to me.
stoop so low, you know?
Oh, you motherfucker!
Actually, midgets are great people. They don't look down on anyone. All right.
It's horrible.
It's horrible.
It's funny,
it's
but it's
wrong,
horrible.
and it's horrible.
It's funny, but it's horrible.
It's already a failure. What the fuck, dude? Peter's not even gonna come to this. He's gonna be like, fuck these guys. Oh, what is this? How would you hit me with this right now?
The episode title is Cha-Cha Cheating.
Cha-Cha Cheating featuring Cindy the Dancing Midget.
Oh my god. Okay.
So a few things about midgets. First thing is, don't call them midgets.
Why not?
And Peter has said this to you 15
He
or
has.
20,000 times.
So here's the thing. The term midget was coined in 1816.
Okay.
It was a term associated with circus performers, mostly freak show attractions. Today, many little people or dwarfs, two terms that they prefer to be called, find the term midget to be derogatory and insensitive. This is a group called the Little Person. This is a little person advocacy group here. The Little People of America. They've issued the following statement on the term.
It's a nice little small gathering here.
The word midget, this is what they say. The word midget has sometimes been used to refer to people of short stature, but is now considered to be a slur by the majority of the members of our community.
What?
Many feel that the term dehumanizes and objectifies those with dwarfism. LPA has been actively working to get the word taken out of society's vernacular, where it is often used carelessly and without regard to who else it may affect. As an advocacy organization for people with dwarfism, LPA has made it one of its charges to educate people about respectful ways to refer to people of short stature, emphasizing that the word midget is not appropriate because of its insulting connotation.
There you go, TJ.
So that's why you're not supposed to say midget. It pisses these midgets off more than if you hand them a yo-yo.
TJ.
Get it? Because the yo-yo it wouldn't have enough string, you know? You get it?
Yeah. You piece of shit.
So to get an idea of the bullshit little people deal with, here's a video of a dude named Jonathan Novick,
Okay.
who captures what it's like to live with dwarfism. Okay?
Okay.
Let's see here.
Is it a short and sweet clip?
It is a... we're going to, like, kind of skip through it a little bit. Short and sweet. Oh, I get it. Anyway, we're going to go to, like, 4 minutes in, because there's a lot of explanation and shit. But the main thing you need to know is he's just going to go out... Well, this is the guy. We will let him show himself for some context here.
We can't see, TJ.
Oh, why not?
Because the fucking picture's still there. There you go.
Stupid fucks.
Damn, he's fucking short, dude.
God damn it, show yourself, you son of a bitch.
Hey, that's unfair. He's saying
All right, so
where I was even
there he
born.
is
he
there.
was saying
My
don't look
mother.
down on me, but how you can't help but look down on him.
Oh, Scotty, that's low.
But you can't, Paul.
That
I'm
low.
fucking-
All right. Shut up, y'all. All right, so here you go. All
Yes.
right, so here's a day in his life.
Okay. Day in the life.
Day in life. So he gets to look at chicks' asses, I guess.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's not bad.
not so bad.
You know what? I'm gonna have to ask Peter about that at the meetup. Like, if he, when he's walking around and shit, if he takes advantage of the fact that like he can like look straight ahead and be looking right at Yoga Pants
Dude,
ass.
you know what? He better be.
So that little kid looks back at him like, what the fuck?
What is he?
Oh,
What is he?
What a bratty
oh
little
damn,
kid.
that fucking kid sucks, dude.
Yeah.
So this is a really weird one. So he's just sitting in like a Starbucks or a cafe of some kind, and some dude just like comes up and sits next to him and starts talking to him, and it's like really.
Have you been on TV?
I have not.
Been on
You know who you look
TV.
like?
Who?
Have you ever seen that show, Little People, Big World?
Yeah.
Yeah. You look like your son, man.
I do.
Yeah.
Makes that I just do. Do you see a lot of little people?
Man, I'm from Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm from Oklahoma.
I'm
yeah.
from Oklahoma.
There's no little people.
Hey, freak show,
don't
sideshow
gr-
attraction.
We don't grow you types up here in Oklahoma. I ain't never heard of an Oklahoman midget.
Yeah, that's really fucking weird to come.
There
sit
in
down-
Oklahoma, you know, we leave the baby out, and if it's not strong enough to fight off the coyotes,
It's
we
done.
just, you know,
What's
we
this
don't bother
bullshit?
raising it up.
Dude, this is bullshit, though. Midget.
Little midget, man, big penis.
What is that?
I don't know. I guess he's trying to lift his spirits. Like, you may be small, but I bet your dick is big. What if it's not, though?
That's
Oh
fucked up.
damn, dude.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Hey, short stuff.
Short stuff. So he gets catcalled, but not like positively, basically all day.
Photo.
Yeah, he's got people like taking
People like,
pictures.
ooh.
Tourists like, oh, a midget. Honey, look, it's a midget.
Shit,
That
it's
kid's
a
gonna like
midget.
walk into a wall.
Man, I hope I didn't offend you.
Oh no, it's okay.
No, it's okay. I got you on camera, so.
I didn't offend you or anything,
You just like sat down with him and started eating a meal because he's
Yeah.
You're a midget. You probably want somebody sitting with you eating their fucking cheese
So,
fries in your face.
you know you look like midget? Other midgets I
Yeah,
seen on
you-
like TV and whatnot.
You look exactly like this other midget what I saw. And I never done seen a midget. I'm from Oklahoma.
Well, that's him trying to cover up for it because he knows he offended this dude. He's like, oh, I didn't mean any offense by
I
it.
didn't mean no offense.
You wanted to show it a little people?
Not that I know of. No.
Are you on a show for little people?
Are you on a toy show?
Cute.
Do you exist for my entertainment, midget?
Yeah. Ooh.
you want to show for the little people?
I don't want to tell anyone what to do or what to think or how to feel. But instead, what I'll do is I'll ask. I'll ask that the next time you see someone who is different than you, think
Everyone's different than me, though.
Yeah, that's true. You're on the other end of the spectrum, TJ.
Everybody's different on the inside. Anyway, so basically, being a midget can be pretty shitty in a lot of ways.
I mean, it looks like your day is just filled with people like treating you like a
yeah,
spectacle.
you're like, whether you like it or not, you're the center of attention. You
yeah,
know?
being a totally fucking
Hey,
like,
midget.
You might as well just bring the fucking
and like even the
soundtrack
people
with
that
you everywhere you go.
even the people that probably think they're being polite are being incredibly rude.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because nobody else in the world has to deal with going to some cafe and sitting alone and having some douche just like walk over like you're a kid or something and just like join you for lunch, eating his fries
I know.
all
What
in your
the
face
fuck,
and
man?
asking if you're some other midget he saw. That's fucked up.
Get out of here,
You
you,
know,
fucker.
a lot of these people in the clip, TJ, they just didn't really measure up to it, man.
You know what? I think we should abolish guns. Oh my God, Scotty! I didn't even catch that one at first. You motherfucker. No, I think I think we should abolish guns except for little people. Except for people with dwarfism. I think people with dwarfism
need it,
should be
dude.
able to pack and should be immune from killing people who are rude to them. You see what I'm saying?
No, man, I can't go
They
along
whip
with
out-
that.
can't-
they
well,
whip
you
out
know
the
what?
gun.
It's in my own
I will
self-interest
say
to
this.
say no.
Maybe this guy would still be alive if he'd had a gun.
See?
What?
See, this is this guy here. He was this guy was tossed in a bar.
Oh,
This is
that's
Martin
fucked up,
Henderson,
dude.
He once played a goblin in Harry Potter. He was
Dude, it was a Harry Potter goblin?
yeah, he was left with serious injuries following the prank by a stranger while he was out celebrating his 37th birthday. So this dude was 37, went out to go to a bar and drink. Some English rugby team fucking showed up and decided it'd be funny to like throw him.
And they
And,
busted him up.
Yeah, he ended up being confined to a wheelchair, and recently he died.
That's fucked up.
Dude, you know what? The guy
Actually,
that threw him, I have an idea. We put him on a catapult and we throw him. And whatever energy, if he survives, you know, then whatever his thing is, he can just deal with the rest of his life.
The
too.
Game of Thrones guy Peter Dinklage actually shined a spotlight on this story back in 2011 when it was when it happened. But this dude, Martin Henderson, I think his name was, who he was at a bar and he was tossed, and I guess it's because dwarf tossing at bars is like a thing.
Okay.
I mean, obviously you don't walk into just any bar and it's like, hey, you want to toss a dwarf? But like it's a novelty thing that might, get someone to come into a bar. Like, we got dwarf tossing here.
Right.
Oh my god.
They do it at like fairs and shit too. Here, I'll tell you all about it.
Let me toss a door.
Wikipedia of the show. Dwarf tossing, also called midget tossing, is a pub/bar attraction in which people with dwarfism wearing special padded clothing or Velcro costumes are thrown onto mattresses or at Velcro-coated walls.
There's actually a scene of this in The Wolf of Wall Street.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. And so basically some dudes decided, like, we're going to do dwarf tossing and we're just going to grab a guy who's outside trying to enjoy a cigarette
and just
toss him.
Dwarf tossing was started in Australia in a form of go back up, as a form of pub entertainment in the early 1980s.
Yes, and Australia here, it says Australia is commonly thought of as the place where dwarf tossing originated. Laws may prohibit dwarf tossing implicitly, but there are not explicit laws preventing a consenting dwarf from being tossed.
Right. So they're probably dudes that like do this at parties and stuff around the world.
Oh yeah, there's people who have it as their profession, dwarfs that do. So in Canada, they tried to make it a crime. Didn't really go anywhere. I don't know what France did. Let me read this. The mayor of a small French town of Marseille, prohibited dwarf tossing. The case went through the appeal chain of administration courts to the Conseil d'Etat, or whatever the fuck, which found that an administrative authority could legally prohibit dwarf tossing on the grounds that the activity did not respect human dignity, and was thus contrary to public order, blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Nevertheless, dwarf tossing is not prohibited outright in France. Okay. So in the
here?
U.S., apparently it was banned somewhere in Florida.
So similar to what happened in France. Some area
it
banned it.
It basically, in 2011, Rich Workman, a Republican member of the Florida House of Representatives, introduced legislation that would overturn the ban on dwarf tossing, claiming that such a ban is an unnecessary burden on the freedom and liberties of people and an example of big brother government. Although not a personal advocate of the activity, Workman stated, if a little person wants to make a fool of themselves for money, they should have the same right to do so as any average-sized person.
Bullshit, dude. This dude wanted to fucking go and toss a midget and be able to get away with it. He's like, you know what? It's illegal. Fuck that. We're going to make it legal so I can do this shit.
I can't really say that I think it should be illegal if it's,
I mean, I kind of agree with the sentiment of that last little quote. Like, it doesn't belittle a little person to say that they have the same right to make a fool out of themselves for money as everybody else does. In fact, I think it's, true.
It's actually a lot easier for them because, as you see, they're naturally the center of attention anywhere they go.
But that's fucked up, though. There is an angle on this. Like, is it humane to reduce people that are just shorter than everybody else to having to fucking do that? You know what I mean? Is it humane to allow that to be a source of work for a citizen in this country being tossed around like a fucking rag doll or whatever for probably a pittance? I don't imagine that these dudes make a bunch of money doing it.
If that's what that person
it's one of the
wants
most
to do,
lucrative careers in America.
As long as there's an option that they don't have to do it, and that's what they want to do. I mean,
yeah, I guess.
I think they probably make more than you think, dude. They're allowing themselves to be tossed around by a bunch of drunken idiots.
You guys want to see it?
Did you pull some dwarf tossing?
Yeah, I got one.
All right, let's see it.
Cool. That's it.
Check it out. This is like a county fair or some shit.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I think we maybe need to lay a little applause in there. Get a little crowd excitement in there.
Much of a throw, dude.
Come on up. Rally the troops. Everybody.
Yeah, this guy's just disappointed. Like, y'all could have got way more distance.
Before you go anywhere, if you aren't already coming to our meetup, Friday, September 6th, 2019, at the Howling Wolf in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Nolan, boy.
Oh my boy.
Then
oh
what
my.
the fuck are you doing with your life? You have two options. You got a $20 option and a $60 option. $60 option is VIP. That means you get to come in like an hour early and chill with us in a smaller group setting.
Free booze.
Wait, oh yeah, that's right. Free booze.
For the VIPs, there's
That's
free
true.
booze.
I mean, how do you turn that down?
Free draft beer, free well liquor.
Gee willikers, Paul, I just turned 18. I surely can't go, right?
No, absolutely you can go. This is an 18 plus meetup, a highly requested feature that I don't know that we've done many.
Not
18
many.
plus. We've done a couple. So if you're under the drinking age, you just got to get your I'm a Young Kid band on your fucking wrist and you can come right in if you're 18 plus. Come on in. You can watch everybody else get drunk and hang out with a bunch of neckbeards. And lest we forget, this is the time to become a patron. There's more shit on your plate as a Pessimist Productions patron now than at any time in the history. We're about to breach 5,000 patrons, which means
But, Paul, I am a serial killer and murder people for a living.
we don't
Can
give
I
a
still
shit.
become a patron?
Absolutely. Your fucking money spends just as well as anybody else's.
Wow.
I'm so hungry for content, Paul. Is there lots of content to feast upon?
Well, listen, you could go to the other meager offerings on your plate and on Patreon, or you could come to the fucking buffet. The most fucking content you're going to get from $5 out of any independent creator. And if you want to call me wrong, I challenge you to show me somebody that works harder than these neckbeards to fill your plate with juicy, heaping piles of steaming, cheesy, gravy-covered content week in and week out. In fact, I'll tell you, if we get one complaint from our patrons, it's no more. I can't eat another bite of steaming, delicious content. But you know what? We funnel it down their fucking throats anyway.
Oh, no, please, Paul, not more content. Oh,
You eat it, bitch!
Come see us in September 6th at the Howlin' Wolf. Link down in the description. Become a patron right now. Link down in the description for that too. Quit living a double life, okay? Come out to your families and friends as a true fucking fan of the best podcast that anyone has ever conceived of, let alone filmed and delivered on a fucking consistent schedule.